Hello guitar students, Mr. O here, and this is your assignment that is due on November 24th, and we're going to look at that in Schoology. I'll try to make this as fast as possible. Remember, in Schoology now, we are opening up our yellow guitar folder. If you see the blue one, don't open that. That's from last quarter. Okay. Now, the assignment today for Thursday, November 19th, includes our assignment pack, which is due on the 24th. Okay, so you are watching this video, how to do the 11/24 assignment, even though it was given on November 19th. It's due our next class period, which is November 24th. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to first download our sheet and move it to Notability, like we always do. Here's our worksheet that we're going to have to turn in. We're going to go up to the arrow. We're going to transfer that to Notability. Create new note and import. All right. So I'm going to go and open that in Notability. And let's take a look at our worksheet. All right. So Guitar Worksheet. Let's read the directions. In the blue square, write in the rhythm name of the notes you see. Okay, so in these blue squares, we're going to write the rhythm names. Are they quarter notes, half notes, or whole notes in each measure? And then in the green squares, write the note letter name. Is it C, D, E, F, G, etc.? Okay, now for guitar class, today, it's only going to be these three letters, E, F, and G. Now you might be saying, okay, I am very confused, Mr. O. Well, it says see page 9 in Google Slides for help with the rhythm names. See page 6, 7, 8 for help with letter names. So remember, whenever you're doing an assignment, you need to use these pages in our book or our Google Slides to help. So let's focus on the blue squares. All right. It says write in the rhythm name of the notes you see. And so we're going to go back to Schoology. And we're going to open up our Google Slides because it said that was going to help us. So remember, our Google Slides are in our Red Resources folder. And here they are, Guitar Slides. When you open these, all right, I suggest when you're moving back and forth to double click your home button so that you can just go back and forth between your assignment and the Google Slides. Okay? So it says, see page 9. Okay, so here we have page 9. Okay. Now, it's asking us what type of rhythms we're seeing here. Okay? So we're looking for whether or not it's a whole note, which looks like this, or here, a half note, which looks like this, or here, or a quarter note, which looks like this. Okay? So if it's a whole note, there would only be 1 in the measure. If it's a half note, there would be 2. If it's a quarter note, there would be 4. So let's go back to our worksheet and look at that. Okay. Now here I see 4 notes. They're filled in. And so that's a quarter note, right? If we have 4 notes in a measure like that are filled in, that looks the same as this, a quarter note. Now going on to the next set. Now I see only 2 notes underneath this blue bar. Okay, 2 notes. And those look like half notes. Okay? Half notes. They aren't filled in. They look like this. And so those are half notes. So I'm going to write that in. Remember, I'm going to zoom in so that I can write nice and small, and I'm just going to write in the word half because that's a half note. Okay, so we have quarter notes, quarter notes, half notes, and then if we have one circle like this, as you can see, it doesn't have a little, does not have a little tail like that, right? When it doesn't have a tail like that, and it's a circle, let's look at our page, and that is a whole note. So we need to write in whole note when we see that symbol. Okay, so that's what you do for the blue. Right, you're writing quarter, half, or whole for what you see in those measures. Okay, or what you see in between every line. Okay, between these two yellow lines, we only see half notes, right? Between these two lines, we only see, you're going to answer that, those are quarter notes. Between these two lines, we only see whole notes, right? Okay. So, the next thing it asks you to do is in the green squares, write the note letter. Okay? So for the note letter, we're talking about the alphabet. It says, see page 6, 7, and 8 in Google Slides for letter names. So I'm going to go back to my Google Slides, and I'm going to look at pages 6, 7, and 8. Well, I see on page 6, 7, and 8 that we're dealing here with lines and spaces, right? I'm looking at whether notes are on lines or spaces and what line or space they are on. So our three notes we're dealing with here are E, F, and G. Now an E, as you can see, is on the top space. An F is on the top line. And a G is in a space above the top line. We also see that on page 8, right? Here's my E, here's my F, here's my G. So I need to go back to my page and I need to look where these notes are. So here I see this one is in the 4th space. That's an E. Here we have an F because it's on the top line. And if it's above the top line, it's going to be a G. So I'm just going to write that in. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to write G. Right? This one's in the same spot. That's going to be a G. This one also is above that top line. That's a G. Now here we see we're back to the bottom, or the top space, which is the same as this note and this note, right? So that would be an E. Okay, so you're going to go through for the whole thing and fill out the rest of those green. So by the end of this assignment, which is due on November 24th, you would have filled out all the blue and all the green squares. All right, that's it. Thanks.